Hello, everybody. Evan Massoud and Michael Oliveira with you on Fred TV and Blue Raiders Studios. Coming to you from Somerset Berkeley Regional High School, just across the Taunton River, as the Durfee Hilltoppers and the Lady Blue Raiders square off in girls basketball. It's Game 3 of the season for Durfee, Game 2 for Somerset. So let's set the stage. Hilltoppers coming in, a lot of changes, Michael, in the offseason, including the head coach. Coach Smith at the helm now. Great to have him alongside. We talked to him pregame. Really nice guy. Tons of experience, and he's got some great energy. So that's going to be a change for Durfee. So some new, I guess you could say, plays, new style of play. So the girls are having to adapt to that, as well as some new roles, because the Hilltoppers lost a lot of players in the offseason. A lot of seniors went in the spring.
Yeah, in my experience, losing teammates is always a big deal. And it takes a little while for teams to start to adjust. So Durfee should be able to figure it out in a few games. Hopefully tonight is the start of it.
And you speak from experience. Michael played basketball here at Somerset for, what, 3 seasons? Did you play all 3 seasons?
No, I only played 2. But,
2 seasons, okay.
You know.
2 out of 3, not bad.
Yeah, not bad.
So you know what it's like, though, to be down on the court. And, you know, on the other side of things, Coach LePage for Somerset Berkeley, they're coming off a 5-15 season from last year, not where they usually are. But he told me last February when we were here for Shaylin Carrero's 1,000th point for Durfee that the future was bright, and it shows up and down the lineup. A solid mix, almost an even split from seniors to juniors to sophomores and to freshmen. I mean, that's like a coach's dream.
Of course, you got to have depth everywhere, and it's good to have a bunch of seniors, juniors, sophomores, and freshmen. They have 3 of each, he said?
Pretty much. It's almost an even split. I think it might be 2 juniors, 2 sophomores, and then a couple extra freshmen, a couple extra seniors, but I mean, really pretty even across the board.
That's always good to have, huh?
Not too shabby. All right, we're going to have all the action for you next. We're going to head down to the court as the introductions for the starting lineups are happening right now. We'll have the national anthem, and Michael and I will be back with your starting lineups on the air. Stick around on Fred TV and Blue Raiders Studios. Okay, just about ready for game time here on Fred TV and Blue Raiders Studios. Run down the starting lineups for both sides. For the visiting Lady Hilltoppers, coming in at 0-2. They lost to Old Rochester and BR to start the season. Number 2, Mackenzie Carrero. Number 3, Atia Rivera. Number 15, Catherine Callahan. Number 21, Anusha Lemian. Number 33, Crystal Diaz. Again, the Hilltoppers led by Durfee's first-year coach. Not a first-year coach by any stretch, but first year at Durfee, Marcel Smith. And Michael, you can take it away with the Somerset girls.
For the home Raiders, we got Julianne Pacheco, Alexandra Mikhailov, Caroline Gajewski, Jessica Salomon, and Abigail Gajewski, led by Coach Jeff LePage.
We are thrilled to be kicking off our winter sports coverage here on Fred TV from across the way at Somerset Berkeley Regional. And, of course, we'll be looking to February. We'll be back here towards the end of the season when the Durfee boys come here. Right now, of course, the boys for Durfee hosting the Somerset boys at the Field House in Fall River while the girls are here, and we'll kind of flip the cards in February. I think it's February 12th. There'll be the rematch for both sides, and we'll be here for the boys game at that time as well. But for now, Hilltoppers, Lady Hilltoppers that is, and Lady Blue Raiders, trying to see who's going to get off to the start. We watched JV, Michael, and offensively it was really quite slow to get going. It was the fourth quarter that really finally started to pick up the action a bit. Somerset winning that one 28-13, but at the half it was 9-9.
Yeah, Somerset really started to pick up the pace. They started to move the ball better, and they got to the free throw line. So those were very good key parts to lead them to get the win.
Yeah, the free throw line really came up big for the Blue Raiders JV squad because they were already into bonus by the time the third quarter ended. So Durfee was putting them at the line every foul basically for 8 minutes, the final 8 minutes.
And that's where they got most of their points, as foul trouble is going to lead to a lot of points.
I think it was tipped, but then it was touched there by Pacheco, one of the two captains for Coach LePage, the other one being Caroline Gajewski, number 34. Caroline and Abigail, sisters, starting on varsity, which is pretty cool.
Very interesting. We're going to see how they can do, see if they have any chemistry, to see if it helps Somerset get this win.
Well, one would hope that the Bloodlines at least have some chemistry.
Exactly.
Even if it's only game 2 of the year for Somerset. That's put up. Layup is good.
Good move right there.
Good move from Crystal Diaz underneath. And, you know, she's got big shoes to fill coming in after Shaylin Carrero graduated and moved on to UMass Dartmouth last spring, and UMass Dartmouth this fall. Again, Shaylin with 1,000 points. Last girl for Durfee to do it, most recent girl to do it since Brianna Kamara did it back in 2014, 2015, I believe. Ball loose.
Good hustle right there by Mikhailov.
Gonna get it out to Pacheco, thought about it, decides to go underneath, and it rolls around and in. Took a little time, but finally dropped down.
Good bucket right there, and a turnover by Durfee. But yeah, Jess Salomon with the last bucket right there. A layup, left side.
So 2-2 score, 90 seconds in. Boy, I can never forget and how quickly these basketball games tend to go by. The 3-ball, no good, tipped out of bounds by Alemian. But seriously, you know, after doing baseball and softball in the spring and volleyball in the spring, boys volleyball we have at Durfee, and then of course during the summer there's some baseball. In the fall, girls volleyball, which can be very long as well because there's no time, you know, it's not a time sport. Football, very long. Soccer, very long. These 8-minute quarters go by in the blink of an eye when we come to basketball.
Yes, especially with a fast-paced team, as
oh, yeah.
Somerset is a very fast-paced team, along with Durfee, so this should be a very fast-paced game.
Yeah, both sides moving the ball up and down the court. It's, you know, it's going to be a matter of trying to score. Hilltoppers have been almost doubled up in terms of their offensive output and what they're allowing in 2 games. The offense has struggled. So, and of course, Somerset coming off of a win to start the season, and that was 52-19.
Very impressive game right there. All of the Somerset starters reportedly scored 10 points.
Yeah, so, I mean, again, Coach LePage very happy with having such a balanced team. And, you know, he told me, too, he said, kind of got to go back to basics. Yes, you have some senior leadership, which is great. They're going to have breaking underneath. Waiting for it was Diaz, and she's got the full points for the Hilltoppers here to start the ball game.
Easy layup right there. Can't let that happen if you're Somerset.
Little jumper in the paint from Salamoni. I'm sorry, that was a Mikhailov, rather, number 32. And we're tied 4-4. But, yeah, I mean, you know, it makes sense. Anytime you have freshmen on varsity, it's a good thing for the coach, because you know you're going to have, hopefully, some 4-year players. But there is a learning curve, of course, that high-paced varsity play. Totally different. Nice put back by Atia Rivera. She is a returner. She, in fact, we'll take a look back because this is the end of last year's book, believe it or not. Atia Rivera started the Hilltoppers playoff game that they lost to Brockton at Brockton, which we did cover back on February 27th, which seems like so long ago.
Yeah, almost been a year.
Yeah, and Atia was one of the starters for the Hilltoppers. In fact, looking at the lineup, she and Anusha Lemian, the only two players who are starting tonight who started on that in that playoff game. Catherine Callahan was on the roster, but she didn't start it, as was a couple other girls that were on the expanded roster for the playoffs. But in terms of regular season, very different looking Durfee varsity lineup here.
Yeah, and that's where the adjustment's going to take place. See how Durfee can handle losing one of their 1,000-point scorers, and we'll see if they can move on.
Catherine Callahan also has 2 fouls here in the first quarter. Both are Durfee's 2 team fouls, and they are the only 2 fouls in the game so far. Now out of the timeout, Pacheco going to the corner here, trying to wrap around the arc. Quickly met by some defense. There was Mackenzie Carrero all up in the face of Gajewski. That's, of course, Caroline, number 34. And that's going to draw the foul as well. She'll pick up her first.
Durfee already in foul trouble as they have 3 fouls in 4 minutes of game time.
Yeah, not where you want to be.
Good steal right there.
Really good steal. Rivera. Oh, what a block
by Julianne Pacheco.
Pacheco got the hand in there.
That's the hustle you like to see out of your seniors, one of the captains, showing good leadership.
And that was a clean block, too. No foul, so Hilltoppers will inbound with pretty good shot clock, though. 26 seconds. Didn't use much because they were storming down the field. They had Rivera breaking. They get it out to Carrero. Now Carrero around to Soares. Soares in the paint with a little jumper there. Kind of flat-footed. I thought we may see a travel call there, to be honest with you.
A little contact from her own teammate. And another steal.
Atia Rivera. Basket off the glass. No good. Taken back. In traffic is Gajewski. She sends it down the court now to her sister. And the sister throws it away.
That's when you got to learn between fast pace and slow pace, and when you got to figure out what to use. Right there, Somerset was too fast, and they led to a turnover.
Yeah, and they had plenty of manpower because 2 of the Hilltoppers were still back here inside their own zone from the steal.
Could have set up their offense and everything, but good crossover right there.
All the way down to the corner, going for 3, letting it fly. It's good from downtown for Samantha Soares. And the Hilltoppers out to an 11-4 lead here halfway through the first.
Coming out strong.
That's a good sign considering the struggles. I mean, Hilltoppers have not hit 40 points yet in their first 2 games, and one of those 2 games didn't hit 30. So to already be up to 11, that's a good start.
Very good sign. Hopefully they can continue throughout the whole game. As another foul on the floor.
Yeah, this is going to be Samantha Soares. She's been in off the bench here, and it's the 4th team foul for the Hilltoppers. Her first.
Good pass
Sydney
right there
Philippe.
by Sydney.
Yep. It was a good pass. Gajewski couldn't put it in. Rolling ball picked up.
Good trap. Gajewski with the steal. Wide open layup.
Oh, yeah, and there was a major height advantage. Gajewski can't put it in, but Buron is there to put it back off the bench.
Good follow right there. She seemed to rush that layup a little bit.
Yeah, definitely had time. Going underneath. That's good. And one for the foul. Diaz having a nice start here. 6 points with a chance for 7.
Durfee's really looking good right now. They're having a very fast-paced offense, and that seems to be how they like to play.
Chance to make it an 8-point lead, which would be the largest so far. That is the first foul so far for the Blue Raiders, and it came on number 44, Abigail Gajewski.
Gajewski for 3. Off. Rebounded. Good hustle right there.
Yeah, no good. Both attempts there. Got the second chance, but couldn't put it up. There was pressure from Soares, and Hilltoppers will have the ball. Diaz taking a seat for the time being. So we'll keep an eye on Atia Rivera because we've seen this from the Hilltoppers in the past. I mean, this is my 7th winter sports season, if I'm counting right. Actually, maybe 6th. I think it's the 6th. No, it's the 7th. Wow, time flies. Hilltoppers had a player, Jalen Jackson, very much like Atia Rivera. Definitely not the tallest player on the team, but wicked fast. Can get in there, very scrappy. Can get the ball and just charge down the field like we've already seen down the court. We've seen this twice already. That's for 3, no good. Philippe, nice job to keep it in.
Steal.
She kept it in. That's all that Philippe could do. It was either that or it was going to go out of bounds off of her. So really good effort. We'll see. She actually picks up her first foul, and it's the 3rd team foul. Just like that for Somerset. Good toss down the court. Going to Soares for 3. No good.
Good rebound by Gajewski. Good outlet pass to Salamone. And the foul.
Foul coming. Salamone, he couldn't put it up, but she'll go to the line for 2. Durfee's 5th foul. And the 2nd charge to Samantha Soares. First one short off the front of the basket, no good. So we've seen 2 free throws, 1 for each side so far, 0 for 2.
Free throw shooting is really important for teams to get out on leads and to maintain leads. Second one.
That one no good either. Rebound to Alimian, and she gets it out to Rivera. Now to Mackenzie Carrera working this side now, going through traffic, weaving her way, slaps at it, gets it back to her teammate in basically triple coverage. Now Diaz back in, tries to put it up, cannot. Loose ball, picked up again by Carrera. She draws. Wow.
Durfee looked really good on the offensive glass right there. It looked like they had 4 chances to score. Good sign early in the game.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the travel. I didn't see the feet move. I just saw her go back up for another shot. I thought at minimum we'd see some contact. There definitely was contact. I thought we'd get the call. That one's short.
Good rebound by Somerset. Good follow.
Abigail Gajewski with the deuce, 13-8 in the final minute here of the first quarter already.
Rivera running the offense. Oh.
Thrown away.
Turnover.
One thing I've learned from seeing these Somerset games, I mean, it kind of holds true across the board, but more so it seems in the Somerset games is Somerset can kind of be a sleeper. I've seen Durfee take leads. Great feed
and
to
the
Rivera.
Finish. What
Beautiful.
A pass.
And I've seen this, though, plenty of times where the Hilltoppers get out to a good early lead, and all of a sudden, you know, end of the 3rd, into the 4th, Somerset just comes alive. You can't throw the ball away. You got to play as if it's tied or you're trailing all the time, because all of a sudden, Somerset's going to come back at you and put up, you know, 12 points in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, that happened in the JV game. As
it did.
All of a sudden, it was 13-9 to 25-9. So as Durfee had a very slow 4th quarter.
That one is good for Abigail in her first trip to the line. The foul is Durfee's 6th, the first for Alimian.
6 fouls in the first quarter.
Yeah, that's not a good thing.
Gajewski goes 1 of 2 from the line.
Rivera taking it out, crossing the emblem at dead center court. 30 seconds to play in this first quarter. 5-second differential on the shot clock. Then to go outside to Diaz. Diaz from long range. It bounces in and out.
That was a good look right there.
It was.
The rim didn't give, though.
No, she was dead on. Going to number 23. That's Allie Powers.
Good rebound right there by Gajewski.
4.4 on the clock.
Gajewski's been on the glass already, as she seems to have a lot of rebounds early in the game, making an impact early.
Durfee's 7th foul, Diaz first. And Abigail back at the line again. That one in and out, no good. So far, both teams combined 1 for 6 at the line.
1 of 7.
Yeah, really, not good. Not good at the beginning here. 1 second left. There's your buzzer. 8 minutes in the books. Hilltoppers out to the 15-9 lead. I got to tell you, I liked, I wasn't sure what I would expect to see from Durfee, but I liked what I saw from Durfee. And I think considering Somerset put up 50 points in their first game, to hold them to 9 in the first quarter looks pretty good too. Yeah. So not a bad 8 minutes here for the Hilltoppers in game number 3 for them.
Very good first quarter. Durfee seemed to run the whole quarter. Somerset kept on breaking Somerset's press, and Somerset got to make some adjustments.
Leading scorer in the first quarter, Crystal Diaz for the Hilltoppers, 6 of the 15 points that Durfee has netted. Somerset spreading out a little bit. 3 for Abigail Gajewski. She's leading the team. 3 others, though, with a basket. Salamoni with a basket. Buron with the basket off the bench. And Mikhailov with a basket off the bench.
Somerset is very good at spreading the ball. They don't have one set person to run the offense with. They just move it around, look for the best shot.
Key here are the fouls. Hilltoppers already with 7 after 8 minutes. Gotta kind of cut back on those a little bit.
Not a good sign, as Durfee has the lead right now, but in foul trouble, that lead could go away quickly.
Oh, that's the key, and I guess Hilltoppers should be happy to see that Somerset's, 1 for 6 at the line in the first quarter, but that's not going to stay that way all night either. So bottom line, just going to play a little cleaner.
Yeah.
Really nice surprise pre-game when we went down and talked to Coach LePage and Coach Smith as the second quarter gets underway. Evan Massoud and Michael Oliveira with you. Ran into an old friend as that's put up for 2, no good. Rebounded and a foul.
And another foul.
Mike Correa, longtime AD coach over at New Bedford High School. I guess you could say AD on call. Pinch hitting for Joe Francis, Somerset AD, who unfortunately was out sick. And so Mike here, basically a site manager. And gosh, I haven't seen Mike since he retired, which was I think maybe 3 or 4 years ago already. Tom Tarpey has been the AD over in New Bedford for at least 4 seasons here. So good to see Mike. He looks the same, always happy to be around high school sports, as that's put in by Buron for 2.
Good look right there by the point guard.
Celine Mayette had went to the line for the Hilltoppers, went 1 for 2 on the 4th foul for Somerset.
And another foul for Durfee.
That's going to be going the other way. Patel picked up that 4th foul for the Blue Raiders. Well, Durfee's inbounding. I don't think we had a foul, actually.
Foul on Somerset. My mistakes.
Yeah, you got that. They just updated it now. So Buron picking up her first. 5th team foul. Hilltoppers will inbound again, and it'll be Rivera. 16-11.
Both teams in foul trouble early.
A little extra step there from Alemian as well on that pass. Could have been called a travel, was not.
Good rebound, good pass. Oh, off.
Short.
Rebounded.
Going the other direction. Full steam ahead is Cameron Crook.
Good pass.
That's no good.
Short.
Ooh. Loose ball. Couldn't handle the rebound. It came in and went off the face of Alemian. That was Mayette, had her hand up to try to corral it. Couldn't with one hand. And Somerset got the ball back. They're going to get to inbound and keep it in their own zone. Caroline Gajewski will inbound.
Good pass.
Good for 2 for Buron. She's got 6. Off the bench, mind you. She was not a starter.
Buron is looking really good early. Good spark plug off the bench right now. Oh, good crossover right there.
Back outside. Moving the ball well. 10 seconds, though, on the shot clock. Trying to move into the paint. Cannot back outside. Rivera, 5 seconds. Got to make something happen here.
3.
That is Catherine Callahan. Puts it up. It's well short, and it'll bounce out of bounds.
Somerset ball. That was a very good defensive possession for Somerset. No fouling, just pure defense.
Yeah, definitely. We call that a smothering defense. Didn't allow Durfee to do anything. That's put in by Abigail Gajewski, and it's a 1-point game here, less than 2 minutes in. It was 15-9. It is 16-15.
Ooh, another good pass right there by Rivera and the basket.
That's big. Catherine Callahan putting that in for 2. She was a starter. No points in the first, but she's got 2 now here in the second. That's a foul. Hilltoppers, number 8. And the third for Soares. Soares, mind you, wasn't a starter. She came in off the bench for the Hilltoppers. Caroline Gajewski at the line. Short.
Caroline Gajewski is the older of the 2 Gajewski sisters. Caroline is a junior, while Abigail is a freshman.
You know, kind of an interesting thing. We talk about siblings on a team. Hilltoppers varsity last year, at the start of the season, you know, things change as the season goes on, obviously, but at the start of the season, as she hits the second 1 for 2, at the start of the season, Hilltoppers on varsity had 3 sets of siblings on the team.
Wow.
Seriously.
You don't see that every day.
No. Had the Parks sisters, the Elemian sisters, because Anoush has a sister, Elise, and the Callahan sisters.
Ooh, good pass right there.
For 3!
Oh.
Diaz missed it the first time by inches. That in and out shot off the rim there. That time she nails it for 3. 9 points for her.
Rebound by Atia Rivera. She's looking really good early.
Again, see what I mean? She's everywhere. And you know, she's starting the play. She's your playmaker. When she's the one taking it out from center, she's the one setting the play up.
Another good pass.
Yeah, lost ball. And I think going to get a foul.
I believe that was on Abigail Gajewski.
Coach LePage giving a little look at the official, like, come on, guy, you know. 6th foul for the Blue Raiders. And it is the 3rd on Abigail Gajewski. At the line, Carrero. Another Durfee starter looking for points for the first time, and she hits it. It's a game of waves and momentum. Just a moment ago, I was saying, wow, you know, Somerset made a 1-point game. Now the Hilltoppers have gone on a 7-1 run. I mean, in the blink of an eye, 8-1, you know?
Carrero hits both free throws.
23-16, 3 minutes in. So, boy, how things can change in about 90 seconds.
Mikhailov to the basket, and the foul.
And 1. I don't know about you, but I enjoy high school basketball so much more than the pros. I don't know if there's something about it. I mean,
high school basketball is just like more pure.
I guess,
the
yeah.
Pros, everything's just like flopping and.
You're not talking about the Montreal Canadiens now, are you?
No, sir.
Diving and flopping around. Allegedly, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and another foul by Durfee.
Number 10, they maxed out. That's 2 shots the rest of this half for Somerset, guaranteed. 4:47 to play. That's on Diaz, number 3 for her. I don't want to lose her early. So, 5-point game.
Buren misses the first one. At the line now, Somerset is 1 of 10. As Buren hits the second,
Actually,
1 of 2.
3 of 2. 3 of 10.
3 of 10, okay. 30% free throw rating.
Not great,
Nah,
but coming around.
true. Durfee showing off more good ball movement as that was tipped. And another foul. This game is very physical.
There's a reach around there, I think, by Powers. Yeah, she's getting called on the foul. So that's the 7th foul for the Blue Raiders. This is a 1-and-1.
First one is good.
Indeed it is.
I believe that's Catherine Callahan.
Yeah. So first one is good. 24-19, trying to make it 25. Nothing but net. again, as you said, free throws just as important as the three. Got to hit the baskets when you get the chance. Back outside, moving the ball effectively. Hilltoppers took it right away. And I think they draw the foul as well. Yes, another foul on the Blue Raiders now. It's going to be their 8th. And we'll have another 1-and-1.
A very physical first half. Both teams are heavily in foul trouble early, as there's only been 3.5 minutes in this quarter.
Yeah, this has been a good first half, though. Very good pace of play. Cameron Crook picking up her first foul, but this has been a really entertaining first half.
First one good.
You got it. First one's good. Carrero is 3 for 3 at the line, all coming in this quarter.
Looking to go 4-4 right now. She
Boom.
hits it.
Yeah, and that's good. You know, again, these are things, 27-9. That's an 8-point game again halfway through the second quarter. And knowing you have a couple players with 3 fouls, maybe you can get them some minutes on the bench, bring them back for the last minute or two. You know, let them sit maybe for a bit. I think Diaz is sitting, I think, right now. I think in her place is Mayette. Yeah, Mayette, 23, close to the basket on the far side. So Mayette is in for Durfee. Diaz sitting. A miss on the first one for Caroline Gajewski. The foul, again, Durfee's maxed out. This is the second on Anusha Lemian. Man, tough one at the buck. Tough day at the line so far for Caroline. Only 1 for 3. Mayette underneath. Banks it! And 1. How about that? Soft hand, off balance, and put it up. 10-point lead for Durfee. Mayette with a chance for a 3-point play.
I am very impressed by the ball movement of Durfee right now. Everybody seems to be touching the ball. And that's how I believe that was the Tia Rivera effect. As she is indeed the playmaker.
Mayette, 4 points off the bench this quarter. 30-19, now a travel, an 11-point lead, and the Hilltoppers have a chance to match their highest output for a game after just 1 half, which I believe it was 37. We'll double check and confirm that right now.
And a timeout.
And have a timeout, so perfect time to do that. We break out the phone. You know, we try to save paper, so.
Of course.
Save some of the stuff on the MIAA and whatnot instead of having to print out 800 sheets. Hilltoppers put up 35 in the loss to Old Rochester, 27 to Bridgewater. So 5 points with 3:57 to play. If they hit 5 more points in this quarter, they'll match their output for an entire game. So that's a really good sign for Durfee early on.
Evan, do you notice a different play style with Durfee right now? They look a little comfortable.
They do look comfortable. You know, we talked with Coach Smith before the game, and he said, you know, tempo and style a little bit different than what had been going. Again, every coach has their style. I mean,
of course.
That's, you know, the uniqueness of a coach. And a lot of times, not in this case, but like in the pros, a lot of times that's why managers and coaches get fired and they bring somebody new in. Sometimes you just need another look. That wasn't the case here with Durfee, but it just to prove the point. So tempo and style a bit different. I can tell you this Durfee team looks faster than last year's. That's just me. And it could be an up-tempo style of play. Coach Smith has plenty of years of experience. AAU elite teams, BCC men's. He was an assistant coach with Coach Delahue over at BCC, and he coached Massasoit men's as well. So he's coaching some college basketball, some really upper-level basketball men's, and now he's coming and doing some girls' high school hoops. He did Bourne high school, girls' high school hoops, and now he's here. So he knows basketball, and, you know, men's college is obviously pace of play, a far cry from any high school sport. So Coach Smith has plenty of experience to coach these girls. Let me tell you that. Good feet underneath, and a foul coming. I think they're going to tag Catherine Callahan.
That would be her third foul.
It'll be her third, yeah. I mean, she was kind of just in the way at the wrong time. I mean, you know, Salamone dove her way, too. I mean, I don't think you could say it's a charge, but I think Catherine Callahan just kind of got in the wrong place at the wrong time, unfortunately. First one, good for Salamone.
Looking to go 2 for 2 at the line for the first time tonight for Somerset.
30-20 is the score. 30-21. So she is 2 for 4. She missed on her first two, which was her first trip back in the first. This time, nails them both. Rivera going into round, trying to get some.
A good hesitation.
Really.
Oh.
Rolls off the rim, rebound to Mikhailov.
That was a very good look by Rivera.
And another foul.
Not looking good, as if Durfee continues to do this in the second half, Somerset could come right back into this game.
Second foul on Carrero for the Hilltoppers. And back at the line is Caroline Gajewski. Her third trip all in this quarter. She hits the first, 2 for 5 so far. Hits them both, and just like that, 50%, 3 for 6. 4 straight points at the line. Cut it from 11 to 7, the lead. Hilltoppers going for 3. Sidestep, and it was off to the right. Gonna have a jump ball. Neither player wanting to let go of that one. The Hilltoppers gonna get the benefit of the jump ball possession this time.
Carrero inbounding.
Rivera breaks forward. Nice, quick pass outside. Now coming across the court, going to Mayette.
I don't know about that call right there, as that was just a pump fake. She could have took a step before.
Yeah, that's a quick whistle for a travel. Goodness.
Refs pay attention to that quick step, as another steal.
Well, that's a couple extra feet, too. Couple extra steps, but no travel that time. A foul instead.
That was a makeup call.
I think so. Twice we saw 2 extra steps. I mean, there's a basketball move, and then there's running with the ball. You know, 10 fouls now for Somerset. Picking up her second is Crook. First one good for
Carrero.
That's yeah, Carrero. Carrero 5 for 5. I had to say something.
5 of 6, still a good percentage.
Not bad, no, not bad at all. Outside, it might have been tipped. Pass was really slow to get there, and they throw it away.
Another turnover by Somerset.
Alemian.
Good pass, and the bucket.
Carrero in the second quarter, 7 points. Not too shabby. 3 on the other side for Salamone. And she's got 7 herself.
Salamone looking good early. Good catch and shoot three-pointer right there.
Final 100 seconds of this first half. 3 ball for the Hilltoppers. In and out for Carrero. 33-26 the score. That one short. Rebound to Callahan. 90 seconds. Now 80 seconds, I should say. And this is exactly what you do, right? You slow it down. Bide your time.
Shot.
Yeah. Tipped away. Oh, nice job there to keep that in. That could have been backcourt going for the 3. It's short. Rebound going to Gajewski. Caroline, that is. And off the desk.
Once again, another Somerset turnover. Evan, the turnovers for Somerset is looking like a very significant point in this game right now.
Yeah, a lot of turnovers, and you know, you figure a couple of the free throws, only 1 for 6 at the line in that first quarter. It's a 7-point game right now. Somerset very easily could have a lead in this game. 50 seconds, that's a travel by far. That was the right call. Alemian gets called. So, I mean, you could say, too, that's a turnover just as well. Somerset gets the ball. Philippe got the inbound, passed it right back to Pacheco.
Holy
cow.
A good pass.
Oh, my gosh.
Just missed the mark.
You see the enthusiasm of Coach Smith as well. He's jumping around. You want to talk about, I love that. Yeah. Forget the sixth man. When your coach is the sixth man, it doesn't get much better than that. I'm telling you. And that reminds me of timeout on the court. That reminds me of, and you probably, I don't think you were even playing yet. Oh, no, actually, you would have been playing. Matt Kurt was the assistant coach for Coach Guimond at Durfee, so you did play against him when he was coaching 2 years ago. And before that, he was a head coach for a couple of seasons at Bishop Conley. And, in fact, he was the head coach when the boys won the state title back in March 2013. And I have not seen yet a coach on the sidelines for boys or girls, whether a visitor or one from Fall River, local, or whatever, who is energetic on the sidelines. I mean, we're talking running up and down, directing traffic, come on, block, running. Just, I mean, he had a workout. He'd come, he'd have his white shirt on and his tie, and, within 3 minutes of game time, the tie's already off, the top button's unbuttoned. Guy is such a character, but, man, he could get the team going. And I thought he brought a lot to the table when he came and was Jameson's assistant as well at Durfee. And I thought that they had a good year that year, Durfee did. Unfortunately, there was a one and done in the playoffs against Brockton. But that team had a really good season.
Brockton always has a good team.
Oh, yeah. They say the hardest thing to do is to beat a team 3 times. And Brockton pulled it off. And it was like, I think it was a 1-point game. It ended up being, I think, a 1-point game. Setting for 3. Coach Smith wanted to travel. There was a starter step. The 3 did not go down. The 2 does go down for Gajewski.
That was Caroline Gajewski.
2.9 seconds and a foul.
Is Durfee looking for a quick shot here, or are they just going to hold out the...
Well, now they're going to inbound. I'm not sure they're going to get down the court in time for it.
Nah.
1 second, no.
And a travel to end the first half.
To end the first half. Well, we'll see here. 33-28. Really a great first half of basketball. Both sides playing, I'd say, pretty close to the top of the game. Somerset with a major improvement in terms of putting up, 19 points in that second quarter, and they're still down by 5. So that shows you what the Hilltoppers did. They put up 18. So, that early lead of 15-9 makes a difference when you come out early and strong.
It does, because that gives teams the momentum that they can have throughout the whole game.
All right, we're going to take a break for halftime. Third quarter coming up next on Fred TV and Blue Raiders Studios. Stick around.
Honor, courage, sacrifice, pride, our city. Fall River has traditionally been in the forefront of honoring our nation's soldiers, sailors, Marines, and airmen. Vietnam veterans took the initiative to secure rights to an 80% size replica of the Healing Wall for Veterans Bicentennial Park. The names of over 58,000 fallen heroes will be engraved on the 360-foot-long replica wall. 100% of the money raised benefits the building of our Vietnam Veterans Memorial Wall in Fall River. Help build our wall, which is scheduled to open in 2020. The meaning, the spirit, and the value of the wall is everyone's. Be part of this exceptional, once-in-a-lifetime project. To make a donation, please visit VietnamMemorialWall.org or connect with us at Facebook.com.
Okay, third quarter underway here. Somerset Berkeley starting off with possession. It's a 33-28 game. To begin things here, Hilltoppers with the lead and a travel called. Evan Massoud and Michael Oliveira with you here from Somerset Berkeley Regional. Our first coverage on Fred TV for Winter Sports. And we're thrilled that you're alongside here also for Blue Raiders Studios here in Somerset. things starting off with a travel there, turnover for the Blue Raiders. And, you know, Michael, you and I were just talking about that. Turnovers have to be limited. Fouls have to be limited. We saw some sloppiness in that respect. I think defensively it's been a pretty good game. And offensively we've seen some good spurts, some good runs as well. But, you know, the turnovers and the sloppiness really, they clean it up a little bit.
As there was another foul right there. As it's a very physical game. We understand that. But if any one of these teams want to win, then they got to limit the fouls and try to stay out of foul trouble.
That's the first foul on Mikhailov. First team foul for Somerset. Hilltoppers did just get a basket to start this quarter, and I was looking down on the sheet.
It was a Tia.
It was a Tia Rivera?
Yep.
Good eyes, thank you.
Good block right there. Caroline Gajewski.
Yeah, we switched sides, of course. That's kept in. What a nice job by Salamone. And she's going to get the feed underneath, tries to put it up, cannot. Diaz back in for the Hilltoppers. She got the rebound there and passed it out. Now Rivera will set the play. Hilltoppers put up 35 in their loss to Old Rochester. They've now matched that. That's the highest output in 2 games. Both were losses. So, again, really good sign, I think, offensively for Durfee and defensively. I mean, Somerset put up, I don't know, who did we say they played with? Real Hope, you said? I think it was?
Rising Hope.
Rising Hope, thank you. And, you know, I don't know how good Rising Hope is. Somerset put up 50 in that game, 52 to be exact. So, but I don't have anything to compare it to because, honestly, I've never even heard of Rising Hope.
Me neither.
I'm being honest.
Yeah.
I mean, there are some schools that you hear of all the time, and then there's a couple of schools. I'm assuming Rising Hope must be a smaller school, kind of like a Bristol Aggie type thing, you know. That's for 3.
Jess Salamone, another 3-pointer. That's her second tonight.
10 points for her. She's the first to double digits. But, yeah, I mean, so I don't know. I've never seen Rising Hope, so I don't know how they are. But anytime you can put up 50 points in your first game, that's a good thing. So, to me, Hilltoppers holding the Blue Raiders to 28 first-half points, not too bad.
52 is no joke.
No.
So, this is a very good sign for Durfee as the defense looks good. And a layup right there by Mackenzie Carrero.
Carrero with 9, Diaz with 9. The 2 leading scorers for Durfee, team highs. And she may pass it here. No, going to go end around. Almost stepped out of bounds. Right on that line. Threw it away. Wasted possession there.
They had the layup. She tries to end up the offense.
I know. I'm surprised she didn't just take it. She was all alone underneath.
Very true. Somerset looking very sloppy. And another travel call.
Man, there have been a lot of those over the last, say, 8 minutes. Going back to the end of the first half, now to the start of this half. A lot of travels. Some that were called and some that weren't called, quite frankly.
That's how it is in every game now.
Oh, yeah.
Some things don't get called. Just got to keep playing. Carrero for 3.
Got it!
Mackenzie Carrero coming alive right now. She has scored the last 5 points for Durfee.
12 points for her, now the game high.
Rebounded by Abigail Gajewski.
That's the putback for 2, and she's got 7. 39-33, already almost halfway through this third quarter. Haven't seen too many stoppages in play. When that doesn't happen,
games go by so much
faster.
faster.
It flies by when play continues here. Little bouncer into the paint. Throwing it up is Callahan. And I'll tell you, too, Hilltoppers with a good fan base, and most of it, I think, is the JV squad. Another putback for SB. No good. Yeah, I hear a lot of cheering for some of the Durfee fans, too.
Yeah, the JV team is really supporting this Durfee varsity team right now. I
mean, you know, it's the same when you guys would go to Durfee. I mean, that's for 2.
Another basket by Mackenzie Carrero.
Feeling it here. Timeout. 10-point game. Hilltoppers have swelled this lead. They've held Somerset scoreless through the first 4+ minutes, and they've put up 10 of their own.
Mackenzie Carrero has 7 of those 10.
And if Evan read the right numbers, that'd be right. So they're outscoring them 10-5. My bad. So used to Durfee being on the home side of the book here. I'm looking at the wrong numbers. So 10-5 run for the Hilltoppers in this third quarter, and they've made it a 10-point lead because of it. not too bad.
Like we discussed earlier, basketball is a very game like based on momentum. So Durfee has the momentum right now, and they're running away with this game.
There are fouls. One foul for both sides. Rivera had picked up her first a couple moments ago. That one was on the floor. So just one foul for each side. Again, a stark contrast to how it was in the first quarter, where Durfee was, I think, up to 5 or 6 at the end of 8 minutes. But here, halfway through this third quarter, only one foul for both sides.
Yeah, Coach Smith made the adjustment, and it seems to be working out right now. Durfee full court pressing right now. This has worked the whole game, as Somerset cannot solve this press.
No, and I mean, I like that. You got to go where the ball is. I mean, it's that simple.
Yeah.
You know, well, easier said than done, but regardless, Hilltoppers had a 3-on-1 break. Now the number's coming. They're going to go to the basket. No good, and I think it'll draw the foul. Both players tumbling hard down to the court. No worse for wear. Catherine Callahan going to be taking a couple baskets.
She's been to the line once. She went 2 for 2.
Second foul on Powers. First one good. Did you hear how quiet it was? It's like a like a home game free throw, for crying out loud. No noise at all in the gym. Callahan hits that first one. That's not normal. When you're the road team, there should be a lot of noise. You can hear a pin drop here in the gym at Somerset. 2 for 2. It's Callahan, 4 for 4 in the game, 8 points on the night. 12-point Durfee lead, the largest of the night.
Ooh, I don't know about that foul right there.
Yeah, I don't know about it either. I'm not so sure.
As you can see, I'm part of Blue Raider Studios, but I am not a very biased person. As you know, you can't really be biased during a basketball game.
No, I mean, I've said it before, other sports too. I mean, being a ref is a thankless job.
Yeah.
So it's not easy. I will never, ever want to be a ref, but you know, sometimes there's some questionable ones, that's for sure.
I've done some reffing a few times. I mean,
yeah,
it's hard. It's a hard job.
I mean, you're looking. I mean, there's 10 players on the court, and there's 2 of you.
Yeah, exactly. And everybody's yelling at you.
And everybody's moving too.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on.
Good workout though. Very good pass right there.
Going for 3, that's no good. Kind of a desperation shot with the clock expiring. Good feed down the court and a layup for Gajewski. Caroline puts it in, 4-2. 4 straight points for the Blue Raiders.
Setting the offense right now is Rivera.
Carrero puts it up. It's good for 2.
Carrero has 9 points already in this second half. 6 minutes in.
16 on the night. That's a travel, and they call it. No basket.
Traveling has been a huge factor in this game. Somerset has gotten travel calls, feels like every other possession.
Yeah, it's been pretty close. In that one, again, you could see, you know, you're dragging the foot, right? I mean, anytime you're doing that, it's not. You got to keep the foot planted. Can't move it unless you're going to dribble in between. What a nice block up front there. That was Gajewski and Powers in on the block. Goes out of play. 17 on the shot clock. Hilltoppers will inbound.
They're going to have Rivera inbound.
Quick to the outside there. Oh, that was almost a travel, actually, too, as it was fumbling off the fingertips. And a foul drawn by Soares. And she'll go to the line for 2. So it's Somerset committing the fouls here in this second half.
Feels like a different game right now. First one, no good.
Buron picking up her 3rd. And it's the 3rd Somerset team foul as well.
Feels like a different game. Somerset is getting in foul trouble now as Durfee seems to be very, more disciplined.
Yeah. 1 for 2, Soares. And a couple substitutions there. Back to an 11-point game with 1:46 to play in the 3rd quarter. Boy, a very, very fast 3rd quarter it has been.
Very high scoring, too.
Nice block. Yeah, you got that right. 15 points for the Hilltoppers in this third quarter. Nice pass to Philippe. And she draws the foul.
That will be on the floor.
Second for Atia Rivera.
Philippe in the corner for 3.
That's short. Didn't get enough of an arc on that. I think it had if she got it a little higher, probably would have gone down. But a little lower of a release point. Nice layup there from Rivera.
And that's little scoop layup action right there.
50 points for the Hilltoppers. And it's a 13-point game.
And fouled. And one.
And one. You got it. So 50-39. Abigail puts that one in, and she'll go to the line and try to make it a three-point play. Trouble, though, for the fouls. That one could be costly. It's the 4th foul for Diaz. And we still have a quarter and a little bit to play. So don't want to lose her too soon. She's staying in there. Another foul. I think that's going to be on Anusha Lemian. It is, her 3rd. And Durfee's 5th, just like that. Back-to-back fouls, and now one away from bonus. Both were on that one on the floor. But got to be careful now. Don't want to get into bonus before the 4th.
Good pass right there.
That one skips over the basket. Good second chance again. Abigail having a nice third quarter. 8 points for her. And it's a 9-point game. Under a minute in the 3rd. Rivera, full steam ahead, pulls up in the corner, going to go across the court. That could be trouble, and it is going to be trouble. Loose ball. Hilltoppers going to have a jump ball.
I believe that will be Durfee ball.
It is. That pass looked like it was going to be doomed from the start.
Yeah, that was one of those high-risk, high-reward passes, and it ended up being very risky.
And part of it is Rivera, I don't think, got as much on it as she wanted to because it just kind of floated. I mean, when you have a defender that has time to kind of set, never a good thing. Another foul.
And basketball players know when it's going to be a turnover because they'll be like a little too high on the pass or too slow.
Exactly.
Good pass right there.
Banks it in.
Floater by Atia Rivera.
10 points for her. Shot clock is off. Going to go back out to Philippe. Jukes right, pulls up, gets it out now to Caroline Gajewski. Back to Philippe. 13 seconds in the quarter. All the way around to Abigail. Loose ball and a whistle.
That was a very good possession by Somerset. Everybody touched the ball and resulted into a foul.
That's the 4th foul now on Soares. So 2 Hilltoppers with 4 fouls. And bonus will be next. That's out of play. Durfee ball with 8.8. They're up by 11, have a chance to score here before the quarter comes to a close. Rivera pushing forward. 4 seconds. 2 seconds. Gonna just run it out. 52-41. The Hilltoppers put up 19 points.
Very strong quarter from both teams.
They just keep it up. That's their biggest output for any quarter, and they held Somerset to just 13. That's a win on both sides. Hilltoppers have put up 15 in the first, 18 in the second, now 19 here in the third. For Somerset, 9, 19, and 13. So they took a step back in the third, allowed Durfee to build that lead to 11 points.
And the story for Durfee right now has been the output from Mackenzie Carrero.
Yeah.
In that third quarter, she had, I believe, 9 points.
Yep, you got it.
She was balling.
Yeah, she really had a breakout quarter there. You know, 5 of her points came at the line. All 5 of those came in the second. So this time doing it from the field, that'll always make you feel good, bring up the confidence. No points for Diaz in that third quarter. We'll see if she can get involved and hopefully not foul out too early for the Hilltoppers. I think they need that presence down below.
Yeah, her minutes have been very limited since the second quarter. I mean, 4 fouls, 1 more and you're out. So you got to be careful.
10 points for Salamone. And then also an 8-point quarter, leading to 13 total points. Team high, Abigail Gajewski, having a really nice second half so far. Her sister kind of shut down, only 2 points. Caroline, only 2 points here in the third as we begin the fourth. Final 8 minutes here on Fred TV and Blue Raiders Studios TV as we bring you our first winter sports coverage. Girls basketball, Durfee versus Somerset. Such a great rivalry. Thrilled to be here for it. Evan Massoud and Michael Oliveira bringing you the call from the track high above the gym here at Somerset Berkeley. Third foul for Tia Rivera, and it is the 7th foul for the Hilltoppers. No good on the 1-and-1. Gajewski. It's not been that great from the line tonight.
3 of 7.
You got it.
Got to get that up if Somerset wants to come back and win this game.
Yeah, you got to take the open shots, the free ones when you have a chance. You got to take those freebies.
Another good
pass. Look at that. Mayette just waiting there all alone. Her first basket this half, but that's also because of limited time. She's got 6 points, 13-point game again. The Hilltoppers trying to get to 60 points and trying to grab their first win.
Somerset looks out of it right now. They're not scoring, and they just got to figure out their offense. They look a little sloppy out there.
I thought the second quarter they were going to turn it around. That went off the side of the glass. Rivera trying to turn it around. She did draw the foul, though, going to the shot, so going to the basket, so she's going to get 2. But yeah, 19 points in a quarter is no slouch here in high school girls basketball. And I thought Somerset turned the corner offensively after just the 9-point first quarter, but took a step back, like I said, and yeah, they're not getting shots right now. They're not getting the shots. 4th foul for Cameron Crook off the bench. 5th team foul. First one for Tia Rivera missed. This is her first trip to the line. Second one, no good either.
Another rebound, but another turnover. Oh, Somerset gets it back.
Both sides turning it over.
And another travel.
Wow.
That's been the story of the night, traveling and turnovers.
Yeah, Coach LePage wasn't too happy with that one there either. I think that just kind of a mental mistake there from Powers. Just pulled up and stutter step. They're going to call that every time. I mean, especially in an open court. There's nothing to mask it, you know. Outside, Rivera almost had it tipped away. Ooh, goes through, draws the foul, and I think she did draw the foul. Yeah, I think that's going to be on Caroline Gajewski.
Coach LePage looks very frustrated.
Yeah, I mean, he's right. She didn't move. That should be a charge.
That is true.
Should be a charge then. First foul for Caroline.
Stolen by Mikhailov.
That's karma, as you say, right? What
Yes.
goes around comes around here. Little jumper.
Powers.
Her first basket of the game.
I believe that was her first shot attempt, as she is 1 for 1 tonight.
Carrero trying to bank it in. Gets her own rebound. Gets it out now. Outside to, that's Alemian, who comes all the way around. Can't put it up. Loose ball and a foul. I think that's going to be Durfee's 8th. Indeed it is.
That is also the 4th foul on Tia Rivera.
And her second here in the 4th, and just under 2 minutes here. Going back to the line is Abigail Gajewski. And this will be a 1-and-1.
She has been productive all night as she is grabbing rebounds, assisting, and scoring. And that's what you look for.
And a quick substitution here. They're getting Diaz in there. They just subbed out Mayette. Getting Diaz in there for the 1-and-1 in case it doesn't go in. It does go in, so she'll live to shoot another shot. 10-point game.
If Somerset wants to come back, they got to rally now.
Both nothing but net. Swish, as they say. And it is a 9-point game. Full steam ahead. Carrero passing to Callahan. Callahan to the far side. Going for the 3-ball. It's off the rim, no good. Right to Carrero, who was waiting there, got a very lucky bounce off the rim. In traffic in the paint, loses the ball, picked up by Mikhailov, and will go the other way.
That was good defense by Abigail Gajewski. Ooh, ball fake.
Punched out, recovered. That's long. Hilltoppers come away with it. Good feed down the court. Quickly picked back, taken back by Powers.
Somerset's defense starting to pick up as it looked like it was off the foot.
It was, and they're signaling reset the shot clock too.
The inbounds.
Going outside, Powers, no good. Out of play.
Evan, if you're Somerset, how do you get back in this game?
Well, you got to hit baskets. You know, that's the bottom line. They've gotten the ball back a couple times from Durfee. Hilltoppers, look, 2.5 minutes ago we started the quarter. Durfee had 52 points. They have 54 right now. Somerset's put up 4 points. So, I mean, a slow start to the fourth. But the bottom line is, with each waking possession, you don't come away with points, you know, you're not going to come back and win the game.
That is very true.
That's the bottom line. Somerset's 2 of the 4 points came at the line. Had a chance for a 1-and-1 to start it by Caroline. She missed the first, so didn't get a second shot. So there's 2 potential points off the board. I mean, that's the stuff that, I mean, it's only game 2 for them, right? For Durfee, game 3, taken away. Wow. Talk about ripping it away. But, I mean, yeah, you have to, and for Durfee, they should be using as much of the shot clock as they can, trying to get points when they can. Just like that, Callahan puts it down. She's got 10 points, and they used half the shot clock to get those 2 points. That's going to shorten the game, too. It's the same principle as football. That's why you run the ball in the fourth quarter when you have a lead. You're not trying to just storm down the field in, 90 seconds, put up 7, and then have to play defense. Basket and 1. And the lead could go up to 14, which would be the largest lead of the game if Soares can put this down. 3rd foul for Powers. 7th team foul here for the Blue Raiders. And again, a chance for Soares to make it a 3-point play. Hilltoppers from here have 3 more road games. Bouncer, 3 times, no good.
Another rebound by Abigail Powers.
Yeah, she's been, you mean Gajewski.
Oh, yeah.
But she has been great, and she's tall. Gonna have a foul called on Soares, and she's gonna foul out. That's gonna be number 5 for Samantha Soares. Hilltoppers, this is the start of a 4-game road trip for them that's gonna go through the end of 2018. They'll return home on Tuesday, January 8th. But this road trip starts here, then it goes to Old Rochester, then Attleboro, then Taunton. Boy, the schedule doesn't get much easier for the Hilltoppers here over these next 3 games. Again, fouled out with Samantha Soares. It's the 9th Durfee foul. 1-and-1. First one good. And Soares, again, has fouled out, so she is done for the night. Second one, no good. The rebound goes to Anusha Lemian.
Altia Rivera back in with 4 fouls.
Rivera through traffic. Oh, my goodness. How did she get that to go? And she draws the foul to boot. 60 points for Durfee, largest lead of the night.
That scoop layup seems to be unguardable.
It's ridiculous. That's her... second time she's done that. Buron picks up her 4th foul, 8th team foul. And it's a 15-point Durfee lead. 61. Took a point off the board. Should be 61-46.
They'll fix it.
They'll fix it.
Happens.
I know. It was 60-46. Should be 61. Put up, no good.
Good rebound right there by Buron. But another turnover for Somerset.
Yeah, scoreboard's still wrong. I'm surprised they haven't caught that yet. That's not, I mean, you know, the keypad basically for the scoreboard. There's a +1. There it is. They fixed it now. Put in for 2.
Mackenzie Carrero again with a nice layup, left hand.
18 points for her, and it is a 17-point Durfee lead. That's for 3. No good. 3.5 to play. Blocked. Rivera there to back it up, though. Nice job by Gajewski to block it.
Carrero again.
Carrero, you kidding me?
Another three-pointer from Mackenzie Carrero.
21 points and a 20-point lead, 66 to 46. The Hilltoppers putting it to the Blue Raiders here in Somerset. Wow.
She's been the story of the night, Mackenzie Carrero. Came in the second half with 5 points, now has 21.
21 points, not too bad. Not a bad day at the office. 10th, she's going to pick up her 4th foul here after just getting that 3. And it's going to put, I believe that's Pacheco. Pacheco going to have a chance for her first points in the game. It's Durfee's 10th foul, so.
First one is good.
And the Blue Raiders will take 2 shots the rest of the way. 3:02 on the clock. They're going to need every shot they can make. And then some. This one, I think, personally, has gotten out of reach.
Another rebound, but another turnover. That seems to be the story tonight. Somerset gets a rebound. They lose the ball right after.
And a timeout. I have a feeling that, we'll see. 2:52, 19-point lead. I wonder if Coach will take some of the starters out here and rest some of them. I'm not sure. We'll see.
With Somerset in the bonus, they're still down 19. Can't really do much now besides hope for some good defense.
Yeah, they need some quick transition threes if they want to even try to crawl back a bit. 19 points for 2:52. It's not out of the question, but it is a tall task, especially given, man, I mean, the Hilltoppers just have the pedal floored right now.
Yeah.
They, very impressed. This is our, again, first look at either team, and, you know, looking at the numbers, I mean, I know Old Rochester's a good team. You know BR is good across the board. But Somerset for basketball is no slouch. And I have to be honest, I'm a little surprised that Hilltoppers have this big of a lead. I thought it'd be a little bit closer than this. The Hilltoppers never trailed at the end of any quarter so far. They've led at the end of every 8-minute segment tonight.
Looks like Coach LePage is bringing the starters back in, trying to hope for a little comeback.
He sure is. Hilltoppers subbed out a couple players, but pretty much the same look. I think looks like Diaz is out. Yeah, Mayette is in. She's got her hand up there down in the paint. 8 on the shot clock. Now 4. Carrero putting it up. No good. Out of play. Should be Somerset ball. Well, Durfee going to get it. A fresh clock and the ball. Not Carrero going for another 3 and a little bit short. Took it from a little deeper than she had been. Rivera gets back up. She was on the ground. Did you see Callahan turn? It was like, well, you gonna here? You want it? You gotta play it.
Durfee took a lot of seconds off the clock in that possession.
Yeah, almost a minute.
Howard, Gajewski to Gajewski.
Yeah, sister-to-sister connection, and it doesn't go in. They have to rely on Buron. Tell you, I'm impressed by Buron off the bench. Do we know what year she is? Is it listed here? Buron is a freshman. How about that? Off the bench, Buron with 12 points. Not a starter. Oh, I'm sorry. I wrote down the wrong. Actually, let's try that again. Buron with 9 points. Still, really good night off the bench playing varsity ball as a freshman.
Another freshman impressing me is Mackenzie Carrero. She is a freshman with 21 points.
Yeah, let's not sell her short either. Believe me, I am thoroughly impressed, and I think she went out of bounds.
You can't see that well up here, but that was out of bounds.
Screened by the pillar. Final 90 seconds from Somerset. Hilltoppers looking like they're going to grab their first win of the season. We'll drop Somerset to 1-1. That's tipped. A little bit of a collision there, Mayette and Alemian. And Mackenzie Carrero, welcome to varsity basketball. Goodness gracious. Rolls off the rim. I mean, really, that's kind of been the story. Somerset's had some good looks, and a couple of them have just not gone in. They probably, again, I look at some of the free throws in that first quarter, that some points they left out on the floor, and you know, again, sometimes you can't do anything about it. The ball doesn't fall, but a couple baskets, I'd say probably at least 6 points worth that didn't go down as well from the field, that just bounced in and out. Could have gone on a good day, you know.
Of course.
We're in the final, coming up on the final 30 seconds here. They pass the ball around. 14 on the shot clock, now 30 on the game clock. Carrero under 10 now, going underneath to Mayette. Does not go. Clock is off. Somerset with it. 20 seconds to play. No fouls. No fouls. This is not the time to foul. 15 seconds. Down the court. Mayette breaking. They did this earlier in the game. Doesn't get that one to fall. 10 seconds now. Patel with the, a little collision there. 3 seconds. Pacheco puts it up at the buzzer. No good. And the Hilltoppers take the win in Somerset on the road. 66 to 49. And I'd say the biggest thing, this is how you close out a game, right? Offensively, you put up 14 in the fourth, and you held your opponent to just 8 points and only 4 points from the field. That's how you close out a game.
I'm impressed with how Durfee played tonight. They were hitting on all cylinders, and they got some help from Mackenzie Carrero, Catherine Callahan, the whole team.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you're right. The whole team, I mean, Catherine Callahan had 10 points. She was in the double digits. Diaz almost did. 8 points for Soares. 6 for Mayette. 13 for Atia Rivera. She had a really nice second half. But the big story, 21 points for the Durfee freshman, Mackenzie Carrero. I mean, outstanding. You look at the other side for Somerset. Again, the offense kind of just went cold in that fourth quarter. The deficit wasn't that bad going into the fourth, but things went downhill in a hurry. But some bright spots, again. Abigail Gajewski, great game. 16 points for the Blue Raiders. And we also saw Salamone with 10. Buron, 9 off the bench. And the other Gajewski, excuse me, sister, 7 points as well. So, I mean, really, not a bad game, but there's obviously some work to do. Got to be able to close out the game.
Yeah, that fourth quarter was not very well played by Somerset, and it resulted into a 66-49 win from Durfee.
Well, folks, we hope you enjoyed the broadcast tonight. It's been a lot of fun. Really, a great way to start off winter sports coverage on Fred TV and Blue Raiders Studios. So for the whole crew behind the scenes, really, it's been a pleasure to work with some of the Fred TV kids as well as some of the Somerset kids. We love doing these co-ops, and especially you, a Somerset kid, you did a nice job in your first broadcast. So we're looking forward to getting together again, hopefully in February. That's the plan for when the boys come here to renew their rivalry as well. So until then, here in Somerset, that'll probably be the last time you see me in Fred TV. You'll see me for some boys basketball next Wednesday from the field house as Boston English comes down to Fall River to square off against the Durfee boys. So until then, for all the crew behind the scenes, Michael Oliveira, I'm Evan Massoud saying so long from Somerset, Berkeley.